going on an adventure with ABC. That's not something that I thought I would hear. We have some more Ninja for you. And is that Tri-Brigade back as well? And, and Generator as well. Did you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content? First of all, where in the heck has ABC been all format? Like, this deck just rode off into the sunset here. And I feel like we all kind of miss this deck, right? Like, we miss the combo ability lines. We miss the ABC Dragon Busters. Not very many people don't miss this deck. But I will say that it is kind of nice to see that we've got this deck kind of lurking back around in the meta again. The fact that Duelist can have success with this is what I would consider one of the lower tier 2 decks in the meta, but if you're not prepared for how this deck combos or, the interruption lines, of course you're going to lose. Like, that's Modern Era Yu-Gi-Oh! In a nutshell, though. So we have 2 A Assault Cores, triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. We have 2 B Buster Drakes, 2 Sea Crush Wyverns. We have triple copies of Droll and Lockbird with your 2 copies of Revolution Synchron. You have the 1 Regulus with the 1 Union Driver. You also have the 1 Griffon Rider. Triple copies of Water Enchantress. Triple copies of Book of Eclipse. 1 Dracoback with 1 Faithful Adventure. We also have 1 Foolish Bro. 2 copies of Right of Armesier with the 1 Set Rotation. We also have 1 Terraforming. 2 copies of Disc Coliseum. 1 Tuning. 2 Unauthorized Reactivation. Triple Union Hanger. And 2 copies of good old Infinite Permanence. And then we have 1 Rogue Goddess, 1 Platinum Gadget with the 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Nightmare Phoenix. We also have 1 IP, 1 Apollosa with the 1 Access Code. We have the 1 Merrymaker, 1 Baguski, 1 Sargass with 1 Zeus. We also have 1 Crystal Wing, 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon, 2 copies of good old Dragon Buster here. Then we have 1 Draco Quest, 1 copy of Garua, 1 Mud. We have 1 Feather Duster, triple Herald, 2 Lightning Storm, triple Super Poly, and triple copies of Evenly Matched here. Wrapping up, well, your ABC Gotta Go Fast Turbo Adventure deck. Good stuff to see that this is still working out. Next up here, we have Ninjas. We're on a 2-2 split here on the books. It's kind of interesting. Oh my gosh, we're playing the Armored Ninjutsu Art of Alchemy. You don't see that all that often. Okay. So this, we're also only playing 1 green ninja here. This does kind of break some of the mold that I think standard ninja players have felt that they've had to play the deck. Because I think the most important things that you have to understand is when you're looking at something like this, you have to not be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. You have to be willing to kind of take that step back and go, hey, things haven't really shaped up the way that we've wanted to with Ninja. Maybe we need to try some new lines of play. And I think this does kind of, make that kind of apparent. So you have the triple Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. You have the 1 Baku, 1 copy of Green Ninja with 1 copy of Geo. We also have 1 Kagero with your triple copies of Mitsu, triple copies of Ninja Grandmaster. We also have triple copies of Tobari, 1 Armor Ninjutsu Art of Alchemy, 2 Book of Eclipse, 2 Book of Moon with the 1 Hidden Village of Ninjutsu Arts, 1 Instant Fusion. You have the 1 Art Book, or 1 Notebook, 2 copies of the Notebook of Mystery. We also have the 1 copy of the Equip, triple copies of Pot of Prosperity with the 1 Rhoda. We also have 1 Tenichi Kaimai, 2 copies of Imperm, 2 copies of the Dancing Leaves, 1 Art of Duplication, 2 There Can Only Be One, and 2 Torrential Tribute. Then we have 2 Saizo, 1 Unicorn, 1 Dahark, 1 Krashib with 1 Boral Sword, 1 Apple with 1 Blade Armor. We have 1 copy of Yagamari, 2 Yagamari, 3 Yagamari. We have the 1 Ultimate Great Insect, and triple copies of Maizen. Then we, of course, have triple Contact C, triple copies of Ghost Sister and Spooky Double, triple Evenly Matched, triple Grave of the Super Ancient Organism, and triple copies of Solemn Judgment here. Wrapping up, another interesting little take on ideas that you can have out here. Next up here, we also have Tri-Brigade, and yes, this is playing the Fusion Destiny package. Now, to be honest with you, you still have to hard draw this package, but I've noticed as of late that some more duelists are kind of taking the risk with this package. More and more people feel that including this in the deck definitely opens up some more interesting doors as for the power lines of play that you can kind of take advantage of here. And I think because of that, it does become a little bit more worth playing. All right, I mean, to be honest with you, as many interruptions as you can get plus floatability. I mean, yeah, this is a giant Bysteel target, which stinks, but you have some other free good cards here you can kind of take advantage of as well. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyspring. We have the 1 DD Crow, 1 Celestial, with 1 Dasher. We have triple Droll Knockbird with 2 Moonlit Chill. We also have triple copies of Rescue Cat, 1 Cerberus, triple copies of the Frogdoll with triple copies of Karis, triple copies of Kit, triple copies of Nerval. It's only 2 Book of Moons, but I think that this is fine. You have plenty of defensive options, especially if you can resolve Mr. DP down here. We have 1 Called By, 2 Cosmic Cyclone, 1 Tenki, triple Fusion Destiny, triple Infinite Permanence, and 2 copies of the Revolt. Then we have triple copies of Shurog, 1 copy of Rugal, 2 Frigette, 1 copy of the Bear Broom, 1 Lightheart with 1 Almirage, 1 Harvest Gengar, 1 Apollousa, 1 Double Dragon Lords, 1 Access Code, 1 Herald, and 1 DPE. Then we have triple copies of Ghostbell, 2 copies of Nibiru, 1 Feather Duster with triple copies of Anti-Spell, triple Dimensional Bear, and triple copies of Evenly Matched here. Wrapping up, quite an interesting take for this deck. I say that, but it's cool to see that this deck is working again. Next up here is, Lopdor with Runic cards. Okay, so you're basically deploying out Har here, and then you're using the interruption effects off of this to have your opponent go, oh, great. My only interesting complaints about this deck is we don't have the Runic, supply line to generate advantage. It's just, these are just interruptible mill cards with no fountain to regenerate things. And then we're using Sleipnir here kind of as a little extension slash, hey, it's a 9, so, we can step on into the big guys here. Kind of interesting. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyspring. We have triple copies of Dimension Shifter, 2 copies of Har. We have 1 copy of Hela with triple copies of Lonefire. We also have triple copies of Lopdor, 2 copies of Mardo, 1 copy of the good old Hog, triple copies of Vala, triple copies of Book of Eclipse, triple copies of Boss Stage, triple Destruction with your triple Flashing Fire, and triple copies of Freezing Curses. Then we have 1 Terraforming, triple copies of Monstrosity, so we're still best card this deck has going for it. We also have the 1 copies of Demiurgy, 1 Azalea, 1 IP, 1 Apollousa. We have 1 Hyperton with 1 Interblafnir, 2 Interblafnir. Then, of course, Utopic Future with the Utopic Future Draco. It's cheesy, you can even make this. We have 2 copies of Leviathan, 2 copies of Jormungandr, and 2 copies of My Horse. Then we have 1 Baldrake, the 1 Druisworm with the triple Magna Hut, your 1 copy Gameciel, 1 Jizakuru, the 1 Thunder King, the 1 Orchid, triple Cosmic, and we have triple copies of the Slumber here. Wrapping up, I think one of the coolest little merge piles that we have seen to date here. And I think that actually kind of makes this deck worth playing. I haven't really seen a lot of this version of things working. And our last list here, really, somebody called out more Altergeist for this video. So, full disclaimer here, I still think Altergeist is a little bit meh. It does struggle with a lot of things that have kind of been tossed into the meta, but I don't think that that means that the deck is incredibly off in the wayside. I mean, you can still Secret Village your opponent and shut off, potentially half of their deck, depending on what you're playing against, so that is actually something interesting to kind of take note of here. So we have 1 copy of Kunguri, 2 copies of the Malwisp, triple copies of the Marionetter, triple copies of Meloseek. We also have triple Multifaker, 1 copy of Pookie, 2 copies of Siliquidos, triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyspring with your triple Droll and Lockbird. We also have the 1/1-for-1 triple Pot of Prosperity with 1 Haunted Rock, 1 Manifestation, 1 Protocol, 2 Protocol. Okay. We also have triple copies of Karma Cannon, triple Evenly Matched, triple Imperm, and triple copies of Spoofing. Down in the extract, we have 1 Sunlight Wolf, 1 Almirage, 1 copy of Anima with the 1 Lingaribo. We also have 1 Artemis, 2 copies of the Prime Banshee with the 1 Memory Gant, triple copies of Hextia, triple copies of Adamania, and 1 copy of Herald. Then we have triple copies of the Turtle, 1 Feather Duster, 2 Lightning Storm, triple copies of Secret Village, triple Dimensional Bear, and of course, triple copies of Metaverse here. Wrapping up, well, honestly, a pretty interesting take on what we're kind of seeing develop out here in the meta. So what do you guys think about these lists? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Innovation is always going to be something quite interesting. See your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.